I feel like Katy Perry.
I know.
Do you know when she like did her tour and she like got broken up with?
No. I thought that was Taylor Swift.
Oh, that one too, probably. Katy Perry got like divorced like right before her performance, and then she went on stage and did the performance.
Oh my god. I couldn't. I think I'd have to take the night off.
I think I would go.
I think I'd go my too.
I feel like my voice is a little deeper than.
I don't know. You're like, I don't know. The vibes are like quiet.
Super quiet.
Like your undertones are quiet.
I agree. I think ever since I went to the lake, they've gotten worse. The day after the lake, like it was so like my voice was like here, and like I was like I can't like. Yeah.
I know.
And ever since,
your voice could do that.
Oh yeah, I can. Hi, welcome to the reading corner.
The reading corner.
Welcome back to Twinks and Sweaters Podcast. Here we are, folks.
Here we are, everybody.
It has been a few weeks.
It hasn't?
Well, no, it hasn't. It's been like
a week and a half.
Like a week and a half since we filmed, because we had to pre-record because I was gone.
Yes.
And Addie was here.
Just chilling.
Picking her nose, you know, the use.
Wiping butt.
Eating it too. Or not neither.
Picking my nose and eating it too.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what they say? You can't pick your nose and eat it too. Then the booger fairy will come when you're sick.
The booger fairy. Have you ever put like, okay, in the middle of the night, you have a boogie and you're like, where does it go? You're looking around. You know, you look around your room. No tissues.
No tissues.
What do I do with it?
You wipe it on the wall.
Yeah. Or like on the underside of the bed.
Yes. Okay, I do. On the underside of the couch for me.
Is it bad that I still sometimes do it?
You still wipe your boogies?
Well, sometimes.
I get up and get tissue.
Really?
I keep a roll of toilet paper in my bed with me.
Oh, good.
Because I cry a lot before bed. I do.
Wow, it's gotten real bad.
I cry like almost every night before I go to bed, so I keep a roll of toilet paper in my bed with me. Like, it's not even on my nightstand, it's in my bed. Like, I keep it in my bed.
It's like, it has its own pillow, everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
I know. For me, it's like, I cry so hard that my entire nose gets so blocked up that I can't even breathe in or out. It's like, you know, when you try and breathe.
I do.
So I have to blow my nose. Like, sometimes when I cry, I can wait a little bit and it clears up. Mm-hmm. But it's like when I'm full on just a mess.
She's a mess.
It blocks up so bad, and I need that toilet paper roll.
No, that's valid. How was your 4th of July?
It was fun. I went to go see my dad. I went all the way to Hayesville to see my dad.
And
well, my stepdad grilled out steaks, and like my parents never cook. My parents never cook like anything, and they grilled out steaks and mashed potatoes and green beans and like rolls and like.
This sounds like Thanksgiving.
And everyone was there. All the vacay crew was there.
What's the vacay?
He's going on vacation.
Oh.
So it was me, Quentin, my brother, his girlfriend, my other brother, my sister, and then my mom and Zach were there.
Oh my God.
We were all together.
That's good.
And we talked some vacation, like what's gonna happen,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I'm really nervous. We're leaving in like 2 weeks. We're leaving next Sunday.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to pre-film again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pre-film.
Shit.
Next week we're gonna have to pre-film.
How long are you gonna be gone?
7 days. I'm gonna be gone from Sunday to Sunday.
Oh.
I'm the 21st to the 20th.
But it's gonna be fun though. You're going to Florida.
Nope.
No.
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Why did I say Florida?
I always go to Florida. That's the only place I've ever gone is Florida.
Really?
I've never gone anywhere else except for Texas.
So South Carolina is where my sister lives.
I know. Maybe I'll see her.
Maybe you'll run into her.
Emma Whittick.
What are you doing here? So were the steaks good?
My stepdad makes the best steaks in the world. Like, they're so good. And they were delicious. And then we went to and Quentin brought a 12-pack of crumble for everybody.
Of course he did.
He always brings in the crumble, and it was good. And we went to my dad's house. Quentin came, and we all went over there. Blair, she had hand, foot, and mouth disease.
What is that?
It's like, I think it's because babies, when they put their hands and their feet in their mouth, they get like blisters like on their tongue and like in their mouth and stuff.
That's nice.
It was beautiful.
It's really attractive.
But she was asleep when we got there. She didn't like any of the fireworks, so we got to light off all of her fireworks. We lit off all the little kitty fireworks. It was pretty fun. One of the neighbor's fireworks exploded into another neighbor's garage, flew in his garage, and exploded in the garage. And the neighbor gets up and goes,
I've had about enough of this bullshit.
And they looked at us.
No way.
And my dad was like, that wasn't ours. Literally, maybe an hour later, the same neighbors light a firework again. And at first, it's like one of the cake mortars. So they go up and they explode, but there's like multiple in one. As they're shooting off, I realize that they're like really close to the ground. Like they're not going up high enough. And because like when the sparks are flying down. And I look at Quentin and I go, those
are awfully close.
I do. I look at Quentin and I go,
I feel like those are like not going high enough.
right after I say that, one shoots right over Quentin's shoulder. And it's one of the ones where it goes like in the sky. That's what it looks like. And explodes again. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Like a double explosion.
That one flew into our yard, right past Quentin's shoulder. I didn't notice, and I was still sitting in my chair, and everyone else was getting up. And I didn't notice till it went... And then the second time it exploded, when like the sparks flew everywhere, I just started screaming. I was like, ah! I got up, and we all got up and ran. And the neighbors are like, "Are y'all okay?" And we were like,
You're like,
"We're good."
Okay, I have seen, I don't know if it's just this year or what, but I have seen so many videos on TikTok of firework explosions. Like, I don't know if it's just my For You page or what, but like so many, like people getting hit. That one cheerleader got hit.
What?
Yeah, there was a cheerleader doing a performance. Like a missile strike almost.
That's actually crazy. I was gonna say, when I worked the fireworks stand.
Oh yeah, wait. So what day was that? The 4th of July.
4th of July.
You saw a friend of yours.
A friend of mine called. I was in bed at 12 o'clock, just laying in bed, and I was like, I have to shower today. I have to do this today. I have to do so much today. My friend rings me on the phone.
Rings
she
you.
Goes,
Hey, do you want to work a fireworks stand today? And I go,
what? And she goes,
do you want to work a fireworks stand today? And I was
like the one that you work at? She was like,
yeah, we're understaffed and we need someone. And I was like,
am I getting 15 an hour? And she was like,
yeah, you'll get 15 an hour. And I was like,
all right. And
Holy crap.
okay, well, I'm on the east side right now, but I'll be there in like a little bit, okay? Just give me your address. I was like,
okay. I hang up and I'm like, okay. I literally take a shower, blow dry my hair, curl my hair, pick on my outfit, and I do my makeup. That was the fastest I've ever gotten ready
You
in
need
my
to
life.
channel that energy every single day of your life.
Granted, I was getting my I was doing my makeup in her car.
That's really impressive.
I know.
I could never do that.
It was really stressful.
I bet.
Like, I was like blow drying my hair and I'd have to stop and check my phone.
Why did you say yes? Just money?
Money?
Yeah.
Well, because also I was like, Quentin was working at Crumble that day. And I was like, well, what else am I going to do? Lay in bed like a bum all day on the 4th of July?
Absolutely
also,
not.
it motivated me to take a shower. I may not have taken a shower that day if I wasn't asked to do that. But what I was trying to get at is that we were at the fireworks stand.
Yeah.
And we were taking out the trash and we heard two fire trucks.
Fire.
And this was around probably like 5-ish p.m. Brielle, my friend who called me, has an app on her phone where she can listen.
Yes, I've heard. Okay, I've heard about this.
Saying. And she's like, let's see where they're going.
Right.
And we were standing there, over her phone. It was a yard fire.
From a firework.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this is why
fireworks should be banned. I'm kidding.
It's fun.
I love a firework.
I really wish I could have enjoyed them, but I couldn't. I took a melatonin and I just passed out.
That's so true.
My mom, I get up the next morning. My mom's like, "Did you hear the fireworks last night?" I'm like, "No, didn't hear a thing." Like, I was so
It was worse the night after the 4th of July for me.
Really?
Because it was a Friday night and
yeah.
everyone was like, no one has work the next day, except for this gal. She definitely does have work on Saturday.
Yeah.
Every Saturday. Shout out Luke.
Does Luke watch the podcast?
He does now. Made him subscribe today.
Did you really? Oh my god, good for Luke. Wait, Luke who? Fabrizio.
Wait, Fabrizio. It is
Stop
Luke
it.
Fabrizio.
That's
He told me
hilarious.
that he was on One Maze Media with you.
Oh!
He was like, I showed him our podcast and he was like,
He's
hey,
like,
I
oh.
know that kid. He's like, Nathan, right? And I was like, hey. He's like, yeah, I know him. I was on One Maze Media with him.
You go, this gay Oh.
No.
Oh.
Funny though. I do like Luke. He's funny to work with.
All right, Luke, come on the podcast.
Oh, shout out Luke. And me and him go way back. We don't. But one time at work, I lost my car keys, and him and Cooper, shout out Cooper.
Oh, wow.
Him and Cooper and Dylan, but no one cares about that.
Oh, okay.
They told me not to shout out Dylan, so I'm not. Because Dylan waited in his car, and they waited outside with me.
Yeah.
It was after a closing shift. It was like 10 p.m. Couldn't find my car keys, so I was just standing out there, and they waited for someone to come get me.
you. Oh.
And Quentin wasn't responding to me at first, and Luke was like,
I will take you home if you don't have anything to take you home.
my car keys. Like, I couldn't find them. To this day, now I just carry my spare around because I don't have my car keys. Don't know where they went.
You still don't know, Addie?
Never found them.
Oh my god, Addison. You better put an air tag on that.
Or something.
They got, yeah, or something, literally anything. I was gonna
cut this part out, but Luke told me to mention him on the podcast, and I have this picture for us to insert when I shout him.
Okay, this is what I was gonna say about 4th of July.
Right, sorry.
So many people posting about it, like on Instagram. When did that become a thing? When did people, I mean, like, I understand it. Like, it's always kind of been a thing. But this year, I think it's because of the Lana Del Rey song coming out. That came out with whoever.
Firework.
No, not Firework. Katy Perry, so close. Every single person, it's like, Lana Del Rey made 4th of July. I'm like, no, she didn't. Like, also, I still don't understand why we celebrate it. Oh my God, we're free.
We were free a while ago.
We've been free. Well, not all of, and also, that's the other thing, not all of us. To me this year, it was kind of a letdown.
It was a bit of a letdown. It was fun. I had fun. But I think it's just the older you get.
It's just less
I think it
exciting.
actually, when you're
Yes.
little, when you're really little, it's not fun. And then the older you get, it's so fun. But then you reach that age where it starts going down and it's not as fun anymore.
Maybe
And I feel like older people, like people like my dad, like people in their middle age enjoy it a lot. And then when you get really old, I feel like you don't like it as much because you're old and you want to go to bed.
Right.
Like my Nana. I hate the 4th of July.
Oh. Wow, I want to meet that Nana. Yeah, I don't know. I just saw a lot of people posting really crappy pictures of their really crappy 4th of July. Girl, also this is another thing. To post on Instagram, it's like a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah.
So for these people, you know, I'm scrolling through Instagram on the 5th of July.
Yeah.
And you're seeing ugly, like, I'm sorry, this is so rude.
Ugly
This is... You're seeing these ugly people, and like, it's not even ugly people, it's just like bad photos. I'm like, what is that? A firework in the back, and like you're half blurry, and like the camera quality.
And then when they put like little stickers,
Oh my God!
the firework stickers.
But no, it's just like, okay, what are we doing, people? Like, what are we doing?
No,
You know,
it's not good.
up the
ante.
ante. Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, unrelated to the 4th of July. This happened before the 4th of July.
Okay.
So, I go to the lake, right?
Yes.
And I'm like swiping through my Snapchat stories. I see that a good friend of mine, Emma, or Sage, or Marlo, they all work at Hertz Donuts.
All of them together?
All of them. All three of them. One of them had posted like this sign from Hertz, like one of their signs that was on their thing, like a menu sign or whatever, and they posted it like they're holding it and they're like going away or something, and I was like, oh, okay, didn't think much of it. Tapped a few more, saw a different girl's story, and it was like last day at Hertz, and I was like, what is going on here? So I obviously slide into one of them. I forget. I'm like, what is happening? They are officially shut down at that location. They had 24 hours to move out because corporate. I know, you're sad. Me too, girl. I got my old fashions. I had my 3 girls working there hooking me up with free donuts. Maybe that's why they had to shut down. I love that old fashioned.
I'm so sad.
Girl, me too.
Donuts.
Me too. It was. I really was sad about it. And so get this. Apparently,
I never been on live television before. Sorry.
you do it so good.
And apparently, I've never been on live television before.
This specific location was trying to do their own thing, and then corporate was like, no, you ain't. So they said, shut down your location in 24 hours. So anyways, that's kind of like my big beef.
Yeah, talk about the lake.
Let me talk about my little lake trip. I'll try to make it quick though. This lake, first off, shout out Hannah if you're watching. Hannah hosted us, her mom did, and it was the best time of my life. It's this big, beautiful house. Everybody's sleeping in bunk beds and cots, and it's just this great, like, it's like you went on like a retreat, like with a bunch of
campy experience.
Yes, but it's like a coworker retreat almost, where it's like, oh, we gotta buckle down, but like everybody's having a blast. It's not like coworkers at all. But I went tubing. I went on jet skis. We went to 2 restaurants. And you just walk in off the boat. You dock your boat. It's like parking stalls for boats.
That's actually sick.
And you just park your boat and you get off, all like 10 of us. There was some tension. There was some drama.
Of course there was.
Of course there was.
You were the only guy there, right?
Well, one of the days, we have this guy show up. One of the girls invited him, and it's this best friend, and he's gay.
Did he like you?
I don't know. But there were some comments that were made about me. I walked in like with my shirt off because we're at a lake, and he goes, "Do you work out?" And I literally, it was like at night, like 11 p.m. I just didn't respond. I did not respond. So then one of the girls is like, chimes in, and she's like, "He goes on runs every day, blah, 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 blah." It was weird. He kept asking me though. He was like, "Do you work out? Do you work out?" Like, oh my God, do you work out?
He wanted you to talk to him.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not talking to you. He just like reminded me of like my high school bully or something. It was just like not a good vibe.
So Eva's family used to go to the lake every weekend during the summer, and I used to go with them almost every summer. And
Wait, what lake?
Lake Cheney.
Okay.
And one weekend when I went with them, they had a kneeboard and it was brand new. I got on the kneeboard and I was the first person to successfully
Really?
take it
First
and
time?
start.
First try?
It was my first time ever kneeboarding in my life. I didn't even know what a kneeboard was before that.
And you were just like, guys, this is how you do
it. It was
it.
my main character moment.
Oh, I bet.
And they were all like, "Oh, she's doing it!" Like they were on the boat and they were like,
in
"She's
slow
doing it."
motion.
I know.
It would have been so much better if I was like hot at the time of my life, but I wasn't. I was like fat and ugly. So
Someone get one of those low quality pictures. Speaking of like wiping out on a kneeboard,
okay.
whatever happened to the show Wipeout? Girl, that used to be my adrenaline.
Wipeout was good, but then they got like American Ninja Warrior, and I like.
You like American Ninja
Warrior? I love American Ninja
Oh,
Warrior.
get out. I don't.
Why?
I don't. There's no. Okay, Wipeout was fun because every season it would change. Every like, there would be like new obstacles. But there would always be those 4 big balls, and like that was what you look forward to. It's like the balls. And then they had funny commentators. American Ninja Warrior is like athletic. It is literally
That's
athletic.
why I like. It's like watching a cooking show.
Yeah.
With like Master Chef, the chefs are good.
Good at
and
it.
so they get given like these things that are like, ooh, can you make a dish out of this? But
Right.
since they're so good, they
do it.
That's why American Ninja Warrior, it puts me in awe when you see these built people that are able to do these things. And I look at them and I go, I could never do that. That's insane.
And that's why I like Wipeout, is because I relate to it, because they're all just like fat people and they're like, oh, here we go. No, that was my favorite part, the big red balls.
Yes.
The big thing on American Ninja Warrior is the big wall.
The wall that you run up. Oh. You run up the wall. You run up the wall.
My
Run up the wall. You run up it. You run it up. Okay, can I talk about the Halloween baking championship? Because I love. Okay, so when I was little, I thought that I was gonna be a baker. With a little chef hat and a little whisk in my bowl.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
I love when you describe things. Like, I thought I was gonna be a baker. Most people would know what that is, but like with my whisk and my bowl.
and I watched Rosanna Pansino every day.
Oh, I love her.
She's a baker.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
She has a show called Nerdy Nummies.
Yes.
And she bakes these little game and movie themed trees, and she makes them for everyone, for all.
For all. Who are you? Who took over your body? You would not believe this Rosanna Pansino. She's a baker and she makes treats and yummies and for all.
Based on the various games and movies, you have to check. Anyways, I used to watch her every day. And I would watch, and I wanted her entire line. Yeah. I have both of her cookbooks, Baking All Year Round and the Nerdy Nummies cookbook. I've only made one recipe from one of the books, but I fucked it up so bad. I had to email my teacher at almost 1 in.the.morning because of how bad I messed. Okay, so I was making them for extra credit. Oh,
okay, I was confused.
So I was in honors English.
Yeah.
And one of the assignments, it was basically our midterm. Our midterm was he wanted us to write scary stories, and we had to provide a visual with our thing, whether it was a poster board or like a slideshow. I wrote a scary story about cupcakes that were poisoned that someone brought for class, so I made cupcakes like the ones poisoned in the story. The vision was good. The cupcakes were not. It was like 10 p.m. and I was like, I gotta start baking these cupcakes. And I was like, oh, I don't have that. I'm gonna use this instead. It's like it'll work the same. Oh, I can use this instead of this. They were awful. They were supposed
to be... What were you substituting with what? Like, did you not have butter?
They were supposed to be these raspberry buttercream brain-looking cupcakes.
Okay.
And they ended up looking like purple mini muffins from hell that were rock hard and rubber at the same time.
Oh, God.
Eat them.
Middle school or high school?
This was last year.
Oh, God. My go-to show, like, as a child that would be an adult show, was Fixer Upper.
Oh, really?
Fixer Upper. Do you not think that's an adult show?
It is an adult show, but I'm saying when I was little, whenever like Fixer Upper or Flip or Swap or whatever it's called, Love It or List It, whenever shows like that came up, I'd be like, no. She'd be like, you can change the channel if you want to. Put on some Henry Danger. I love Henry Danger. But here's the thing. Now I think I'd eat those up because I want to be an interior designer.
Yeah.
I'd eat those shows up.
The best part is that like the budget concerns, like that always got me going. I was like, they're down $20,000.
But I love the end result, and then when you see the person's reaction.
Yes, the reaction.
I love a good interior design show.
It is all
I'm gonna make banana finger snacks later. Do you want to like come over and make them with me?
Are you?
You don't have to. Quentin can come over instead.
What are you saying? I'm sorry. What's going on? Are you okay?
I smell burning toast.
What is happening? Are you okay? Do I need
to? It's a joke because when people smell burning toast, it means they're having a stroke.
Oh.
Okay, that flopped.
I'm Nathan Whittick.
I'm Addie Gimple.
And this was
Twinks and Sweaters
Podcast.
And
bye.
Cut.
And
what were you saying?
Just bye.
Bye.